Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Slickmoth. I'm back again with another video, and in this one, I am coming to you live on Batman Day, towards the end of the day. But Batman Day, of course, is a great day to do more than just re-watch old Batman movies and some of your favorite Batman movies and comics, which I've been doing today, of course. But I think it's also a day that we can reflect and recollect as to why we love this character so much. What makes the character work for us as the fans? Because if you're like me, not a day goes by that you don't think about this character, about Bruce Wayne, about Batman. And that may sound weird to some of you. Some of you are like, oh, that's kind of creepy. And maybe it is, I don't know. But, I look around my room and I see all these Batman posters, and then I wake up and I'm either playing a Batman video game that day or reading a comic about Batman or discussing on Twitter about Batman. And if I don't do any of those three things, I'm still thinking about the character. And, what makes him have such that resonance with us? What makes him have that magical, pull? And why is Batman one of the greatest heroes ever ordained by man? I think that's an unequivocal fact, really, objectively. I think that Batman and Superman are the greatest superheroes ever made. But why is Batman so special? And I think that Batman Day is one in which that we can recollect that and think about that. And he means something different to all of us. I think that for some people, they can relate to the tragedy that people have experienced in their life. Or, almost everybody has had a traumatic experience or a loss of life that has driven who they are to be today. And in the case of Batman, that's basically his origin, if you think about it. And in my case, I can't really relate to that. I haven't really lost any family members or anything like that. So I'm fortunate in that sense, but I can relate to him in many other ways. And I can respect him and value how he's different from other heroes and from, by the way, most of humanity. He has a different worldview than us. He has a different worldview than so many superheroes. And I think it's really all vindicative of this line. And I thought of this line really made me think. Once again, I want to think about on Batman Day why I love this character, why he means so much to us, why he resonates with us, and why he's one of the greatest superheroes ever created. If not the best, debatable. And the line is this. It's from Batman Hush, 2009, rather recent comic, but it's an instant classic. And he says this here. Here's what Bruce Wayne says. Quote, "They say that when you kill a man, you not only take away what he was, but all that he would ever be." That line, of course, is vindicative of Bruce Wayne's origin. If you kill a man, you take away all that he will ever be. And when he says man, he means mankind, so man or woman. And Thomas and Martha, of course, revoked from them is their existence as mothers and fathers. And what they would have done 5 years from now, teach Bruce Wayne Algebra 2 and, whatever, help him with his homework and inherit him a few $1 million and all that sort of stuff. That's all fine and dandy. That's what they would have been. So Bruce Wayne says that all of that is revoked. But that's obvious, right? We all get that. If you die, what you're going to be in the future is gone. Pretty obvious. I think what represents Batman's worldview and what makes him special to me is in the first clause. When you kill a man, you take away all that he ever was. All that character ever was up to that point is gone. In a sort of weird, esoteric, existential way. Not in a literal way, but it's almost like their spirit is revoked from them. Their entire existence, again, not literally, but in a sort of metaphorical, esoteric way, is gone. And this is really vindicative of the character that Batman is in adulthood. And he looks at other characters like Waylon Jones, and as opposed to most superheroes, this is where Batman is different than most heroes. He looks at Killer Croc, and he looks at him just like other superheroes would, as somebody committing heinous acts, committing wrongdoing, that is having disparate negative effects on, the general community or public. That needs to be stopped because of what they're doing is evil, and to maximize the amount of public good and minimize the amount of public misfortune, that character or that person needs to be stopped. That's certainly the case with Killer Croc, and no superhero really that we can look across in the mainstream would disagree with that. The difference is, if you look at somebody like Batman, it's vindicative totally in the line that I just read for you. Batman is interested in, and he understands, and he empathizes with the villains that he knows needs to be stopped. But he recognizes, again, inherent within his childhood, inherent within his origin, is an understanding of why that character is why they, how are they where they are today? Why are they doing these things? Because the fact of it is Waylon Jones was not born out of the womb, a ravaging crocodile committing wrongdoing. Some of his villains were, but most of them were not. You can look across the board. Most of his villains were regular Joes when they were 10 years old in a second grade classroom with other regular 10-year-old kids, but something happened to them along the line. This is certainly the best example of this is the Joker. Right. The Joker is one that Bruce Wayne doesn't know anything about, close to nothing about, but he knows one thing for damn sure, and that is that he wasn't born this way. Whoever the guy is behind the Ace Chemicals bleach skin was not born a psychotic killer clown. You may have a genetic predisposition to that, but you are not born that way. Something happened in that person's life, and he knows this, and this is the case for so many Batman villains, most all of them. Scarecrow, the Joker, Waylon Jones, etc., all the way down. Why is that character the way that they are today? And this is why Batman doesn't kill. In Batman Hush in particular, since I'm on the topic of Batman Hush, Batman says that, Bruce Wayne says, when he thinks about Barbara Gordon, when he thinks about Barbara, he wants to kill the Joker so badly. He just wants to do it. Because he knows and he recognizes that if he doesn't kill him now, all that he will ever do in the future will be bad. And that's the second part of his, the quote I read for you. You kill all that he will ever be, and that's great. Batman wants to do that, because all that the Joker will ever be is probably not so good. But it's inherent within the first clause. When you kill the Joker, all that the Joker ever was is eradicated. But not the Joker as, embodying the spirit of the Joker, but what about that 3-year-old boy that will become the Joker but isn't the Joker yet? What about the guy that is 20 some odd years old and has a wife and a child on the way and has a series of misfortunate events happen that lead him to be where he is today? So I don't think most heroes think that way. Most heroes don't have that level of empathy, of compassion and understanding for somebody committing such awful things. And that's because they don't have the background that Bruce Wayne does. They don't have the origin that he does. And his origin allows him to gain a better glimpse and to understand who he's fighting against on a deeper level. That's one of the many reasons that I love the character. Of course, he's just a badass. And he has some of the greatest superhero stories ever told. So, with this video, I'm interested to know, why is Batman special to you? Why do you love the character? How did you first get introduced to the character? And why do you love him? That's what I really want to know. Why is this character one that you keep coming back to? And I think Batman Day for me is one that I can think about that, and is one that every single year I have no problem in coming up with an answer for. But interestingly enough, the answer that I come up with can be different every year. But that is just one of the many reasons that I love Batman, and I was reminded of that while I was reading Batman Hush, so I thought I would share that and my thoughts on that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. A very happy Batman Day to you all. Let me know what you thought about this commentary in the comment section below, and why you love Batman. I'm really curious to know. Hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.